To this story now, the rapid increase of COVID-19 cases at Western Cape schools has teachers fearing for their lives. On Friday, the Western Cape Department of Education reported 239 staff members were infected with the virus. Despite calls by the department for staff not to speak publicly, some of them spoke to our reporter Ronald Masinda. He joins us now live with more. So Ronald, it's of course shocking that teachers in that province fear for their lives.
Yes, indeed, Shahan. Well, many concerned teachers around the COVID issue. One of them that we spoke to during our interview confirmed that there were at least 8 COVID-19 cases at her school, and that she also said that she was in contact with 4 members of her staff. She then went on to undergo testing. In fact, just before our interview today, she underwent a test, and that she said that it will be anxious few days for her as she waits for those test results. She is a single parent, and she also looks after both her parents. She says that one of them is suffering from diabetes and the other one a cancer survivor, and they will be vulnerable should her test come back as positive. She says that her school was never ready for to come back after the lockdown. She says that the school lacks basic necessities such as water, even so much as to say, Shahan, that some of the school children are asked to bring water from their homes. She says that the school has been closed since early last week and that the school is expected to reopen this Thursday. Now, she says that her biggest concern for that reopening is that many of the people who are in contact with those who are tested positive might not have had time to undergo testing and that they wouldn't know their own status. Let's take a listen further to what she had to say.
Ndihlala nomuntu ogulayo ono-cancer nomnye onoswekile, so i-age yabo noko badala nje basisazi uba le pandemic if i-age yakho mdala you-at risk. Isikolo sam sivaliwe and ayisiso sodwa isikolo esivaliweyo eWestern Cape. Sivaliwe but ke ngokuthiwa siyavulwa ngolwesine. Official siyazi noba abantwana bazobe betestile ithini imeko yabo but kuthiwa kuyavulwa Thursday.
It's definitely a worrying situation, right? So what's the school's governing body's take on this matter?
So one of the school governing bodies at a school in Kraaifontein says the onus should also be on pupils and teachers, as many of the transmissions are not taking place at school but also in areas, some of the hotspot areas that these pupils and teachers come from. The school governing body also says that they will continue supporting the Western Cape Education Department's drive to reopen schools, even though around 28 schools will shut down since Friday, given that a number of them, there are a number of tests of COVID-19 that came back, and also not just only teachers but also pupils. Around at that stage nearly 50 pupils also tested positive for COVID-19, and in as much as the Western Cape Education Department has done its bit according to the governing body by providing the necessary PPE, spending nearly 300 million, that the responsibility should also be on those who attend schools to ensure that they prescribe to some of that COVID-19 protocol. Let's take a listen to what the governing body head had to say.
If you're coming at school, then your child is going to meet with someone who's coming from PAL, meet with someone coming, but the school is open for everyone to attend. I know that people have sent a lot of info to say child might be more protected in school than in the community.
All right, we'll leave it right there. Ronald Masinda is in Cape Town.